So manahimik na lang sana kayo, mga unggoy.
Luxury items.
Oh.
Hermes
The Filipinos are so fed up with that already. So
Once again, welcome po sa Basta Dabawenyo, and we have another special episode prepared for you tonight. Of course, makakasama pa din po natin ang Mayor ng Davao City, Mayor Baste Duterte.
hello, good evening. Did they ask kung nasa na ba yung pera?
Yes, actually, in that particular clip, Justice Javier asked, so nasaan na yung pera ngayon?
Has the government spent even a single centavo from that loan, considering that the project has not even started?
Well, there is nothing to spend for if the project has not even started, Your
So
Honor.
where is the money?
The money went presumably to the National Treasury for the purpose of using it for projects and programs under the unprogrammed
So we have
appropriations.
unused funds for the project, and yet we still got money from PhilHealth to supplement this fund that has been unused for years.
So, ang problema dyan, yung justification kasi nila, kasi alam ng lahat na kinuhaan nila ng pera yung PhilHealth. Yung ginamit nilang reason o yung rason nila na para kumuha ng pera sa PhilHealth is kailangan nila ilagay sa isang proyekto na may pera na palang supposedly nakalagay. And yung masaklap pa doon, yung proyekto na yon hindi siya program for this year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I am correct, may pera na galing sa loan na hindi natin alam saan na ngayon that is supposedly for the project, tapos may pera pa na galing from the PhilHealth na hindi na rin natin alam kung saan nilagay because the project itself is unprogrammed or unfunded now. Tama ba?
Nilagay nila sa program para ma-justify na lalagyan ng budget from PhilHealth.
Yeah, but you know, but when they pulled the money out of PhilHealth, it was supposed to be for the
PGN. Panay Guimaras Negros.
Sumotong, yun yung justification nila.
Yeah, sorry. If
Pa tayo magawa ng PhilHealth, tapos kailangan natin magbayad dyan, para gamitin lang pala yung pera na binayad natin for health. In kaso kung masakit ka, maoperahan ka, that you would get something na makita na may pera na tayo makuha para sa kalusugan natin. And yet, kukunin ng government ngayon para ilagay sa infrastructure project. So, what is the purpose of that action?
Correct.
Yung tanong talaga, so naasaan yung pera ngayon? So that is the main question sa nitong issue na to. Paano nyo ginamit yung pera na yan? Saan na napunta yan? And the people need to know. Kasi ang gobyerno, isa sa mga pangunahing tungkulin ng gobyerno is to provide basic services to the people, and that includes health, ang kalusugan ng kanyang mga citizens. So, I think kailangan talaga sagutin ng maayos ito. And tama yung sabi ni Cho kanina, kung may sagot ka lang talaga dyan, tapos na sana yan, nasagot mo na. Yung problema is you do not have a clear answer.
Right.
Sa mga tanong ng Supreme Court sa iyo. You are closely monitoring this issue. Nakapag-loan ba tayo doon sa sa bank, the Korean foreign bank? Tapos ngayon, itong PGN?
Yeah.
Itong PGN, unsa ganin
Panay Guimaras Negros.
Panay Guimaras Negros Island Bridges. Is this funded ba siya ngayon na budget?
Hindi, kasi nilagay nila sa unprogrammed fund nga. Oo.
Meaning, kung ano man yung mangyari doon sa pera na allocated for that specific project, maaaring wala na or nandyan pa.
Yeah.
So, isa yun sa mga question natin ngayon. And, eto lang, nagdoble na kasi bakit pa nila kailangan kumuha ng PhilHealth money to fund a project which has already been funded
Yeah.
through a loan?
Correct. Correct.
Oh. So, ito yung ano, so, yan ang kailangan nilang sagutin kung saan yung pera na yan. And if yung pera na supposedly na sinabi nyo for that specific project ay properly allocated ba ngayon sa sinasabi nyong project na yan? Kasi kung hindi, hindi.
The total amount is 174.49 billion. Yan yung loan. That's the loan. Plus allocations from 2022 and 2023 national budgets.
We're talking about
Billion.
billions of pesos. Di ba?
a
Billions
valid
ba?
question.
Unya kaning itong balik ako ning Quadcom, kung makaano kayo sa 125 million na confidential funds na kaya namang sagutin talaga ng OVP.
I agree.
Ito nga, wala talaga kayong sinagot na issue about pera. Pag every time tinatanong kayo sa pera, wala kayong maisagot. Kaya umaabot kayo sa korte. Yan ang nangyayari sa inyo.
And actually, Mayor, no, I think a lot of people medyo natuwa na nang simula na tong mga hakbang ng Supreme Court because right now, you know, a lot of the people na voicing out their concerns ba about what's happening in the national government. Ang last na napupuntahan talaga natin is the Supreme Court. So that's really the final battle dun ba? No? So are you hopeful, Mayor and Tio, na sana talaga you know the outcome, the resolution of this particular case would be really favorable for all Filipinos?
Well, we can always hope. Hindi, sana naman lang talaga. Sana walang katarantaduhan na ginawa. Ayun, siguro ang pinakaunan natin. Hindi naman natin kailangan we will wish, you know, ill of our enemies, but we're talking about money na binayad ng mga tao as tax. Tapos sana yung pera na nandyan pa para magamit naman ng maayos para sa mga tao. Yun. This is a highly controversial issue. The Supreme Court, because ang batas kasi, it's almost like math. When you say it's 1 + 1, it's equals 2.
Correct.
Pag yan nakalagay sa libro o sa batas natin kung anong law yan or hindi mo yung mababago eh.
Tama.
So ang hinihintay na lang natin ngayon kung ano yung interpretation ng Supreme Court towards the issue.
Correct.
Tama.
So if kung they know, alam nila kung ano yung isasagot talaga nila kasi may tinitingnan sila na
Batas.
but they're very eager to destroy the Vice President. So marami silang mga PR. Yung pinafile nila yung ibang congressman, yung mga leftist congressmen and women first, 'di ba? Tapos nag-ano na naman sila. Hindi nila na calculate na kung ano yung magiging effect if whenever they really needed to push through with the impeachment. Kasi yung impeachment kasi na yan, they are just pushing for it just to, you know, make a bad name out of the Vice President. Di naman talaga yan na, well, as far as our camp is concerned, wala namang kasalanan talaga yung Vice President natin. Pinapalabas nyo lang impeachment, and ngayon, nasaturate nyo kasi, hindi nyo, kung yun yung ginagamit nyo as a tool, as a weapon against her, ngayon, hindi nyo na magamit. In the first place, kasi kung nung una pa lang talaga, na ginamit nyo yan against the Vice President, sana nag-push through na yan. So, ibig sabihin, wala talaga kayong hawak na pwede nyong i-impeach yung tao.
Right.
So, manahimik na lang sana kayo, mga unggoy.
Hana, Harvey, Mayor, if I may add, ni-raise din kasi ni VP Sara yung series of interviews ng Secretary General. So one of the reasons na sinabi ni Sec Gen Velasco, sabi niya, hindi daw sila nag-act upon the first, second, and third impeachment kasi nga, may mga members daw sa Congress na nagsasabing, wag muna because they need to wait for the fourth impeachment. So, sa aspeto pa lang na ganyan, masasabi natin na there is a deliberate attempt to freeze the impeachment which is not allowed under the law. Tapos pag tingnan mo yung petition ni VP Sara, may mga timestamps sa lahat ng interviews. So lahat ng mga ginagawa nila, mga PR nila, yung sinabi ni Mayor kanina, lahat ng mga PR, mga interviews nila, media, conferences, and everything, nagagamit against them. So, di ba? Funny siya, pero parang it's a waste of taxpayers' money din kasi they are still pushing with that groundless impeachment case.
So sila lang din they just show the people that it's only a narrative that they're trying to push, not really a real case.
And speaking of PR, Mayor and John, you know what's really interesting here? When immediately when the Supreme Court resolution came out, nagpalabas ng video ang House of Representatives, a compilation. It's a video dedicated to VP Sara, a compilation explaining the articles of impeachment. So I think you shared this also, Cho, na instead of answering, taking time to answer, at least may time silang gumawa ng propaganda video.
Yeah, so far this is the funniest propaganda video I have ever seen because it's like a work of a high school student ba na project na ano yung grounds bakit na-impeach si VP Sara.
Tapos, sorry, but not to demean high school projects, baka high school students projects.
I'm not demeaning the high school students. I mean, the level of this is Congress. This is a national agency, di ba? So, dapat they could have done better.
Correct.
Because they know for a fact na the impeachment rap they initiated will not be successful. So, ginagawa nila yung info drive nila ngayon by making videos like that na ganito yung mga grounds.
Propaganda. That's why. Ganun na. Yung impeachment na yan is just a tool, to antagonize the Vice President. Because we can never neglect the fact that she is a strong candidate in the 2028 presidential elections.
Lahat naman ng survey nagsasabi din na siya yung top contender for that 2028 presidential election. So, they are doing their very best to demolish her character, di ba? Parang ganyan, para wala nang
No, because I believe Marty wants to run for the presidency or anyone from their camp. They just want to put somebody there for the next presidential election.
Correct.
And the top contender is the vice president. That's why.
Tama. And with that premise, knowing na wala talagang on surveys, wala talagang lumalapit na contender doon. So we expect na more of these attacks and propaganda will come out leading to 2028. That's for sure.
Kulelat din si sa survey. Si Martin.
Wala talaga.
Hindi nga umaabot ng 5%,
Nasaan
diba?
na ba siya? Pero hindi na natin siya narinig recently.
Tahimik na siya ngayon, no?
Wala na. Alam niya na wala siyang pag-asa.
Tahimik yata.
Wala. Ayaw ko na pag-usapan yung tao.
Pero with this video, Cho, Mayor, do you think, since you're a social media person, Cho, do you think this video had any effect whatsoever to the Filipino people in terms of how they see the Vice President?
Yeah, meron talagang nasisway, lalo na yung mga blind followers, because we cannot deny the fact that in the Philippines, we have Marcos loyalists, we have Marcos apologists, and these groups of people, wala silang nakikitang mali, di ba? So, yun, pwede silang masway sa video na yan. Pero what I love about this is the fact na if you look at the page of the Congress, ang majority of the reactions ay haha, naka-laugh reactions sila. So meaning to say, sinusuka nga sila ng tao. Tama talaga yung tagging ng PDP Laban na team sinusuka sila.
Nobody is pleased with what you are doing right now. Kasi alam naman ng mga tao talaga that it's clearly politics. That's why earlier I said na kaya nga malakas yan for 2028 if ever she decides to run for the presidency. Wala yan. Puro lang politika. Yan lang man din talaga. If you look at the Philippines, it's always somebody has something to say against somebody. Just to to boost themselves. Yan talaga typical na politika ng Pilipinas. Kailangan may siraan ka para umangat ka. 'Di ba? Nangyari kang erap, kulong. Nangyari kay GMA, kulong din ni ano. Kaya nga, ano yung unique talaga sa panahon ni PRD. Makita mo lang na ayaw niya ng gulo. And gusto niya, if you want to build a country, then you need to unite your people. So that's why kahit sa tingin ng iba nga hindi palibing yan si Marcos, ipalibing niya para matapos na lahat so that we can move forward and build a nation.
Correct.
Ito traditional politics and traditional politicians composes Congress. Mind you, yan lahat halos talaga dyan lahat wala yan. Mga dynasties, mga old rich sa kanilang mga probinsya, nandyan yan lahat. So they are using or they behave kung ano they behave na kung ano yung mga traditional politicians dito sa bansa natin. So sige lang, at least maganda pa rin, Kasi para makita ng tao kung ano talaga yung mga politiko natin dito sa bansa. Para they can see na gaano ka walang kwenta talaga yung mga ibang politiko dito. Para makita nila na mas they can choose better. Since mag-election na, they can choose better kung ano yung tingin nila na maayos talaga. Kasi dun pa lang sa impeachment, most of the people in Mindanao and Visayas were very displeased because given Inday Sara is a Bisaya man siya. Bisaya siya. So that's natural na nasa following, it's a natural following that she could have. She has. So yung impeachment, yung mga congressman na from the island of Mindanao and Visayas, marami nagalit sa mga pumirma sa kanila na it did not sit well with the majority of people na lalo na dito sa Mindanao and the Visayas.
Correct. Sakto ka, Mayor, that reaction on social media and even on the ground na yung mga posters ng mga pumirma na congressman tinatanggal.
If only they had the balls to stand against this kind of politics that Martin Romualdez is showing, then they would be heroes in their own communities and districts.
Correct.
Diba? And yet, wala. They succumbed sa to traditional politics.
Instead of championing and standing up for their constituency, it's turned out that's how we perceive it, na nadala sila doon sa kung ano man ang pinangako in exchange of that signature.
You know why? Kasi, ang Pilipinas kasi is so fed up with these kinds of politics. Yung mga ganitong klaseng galawan sa politika. Ang Pilipino ngayon, they know better compared to, before. So, alam nila, naghahanap yan sila na mga tao that can, that will represent them na may itlog talaga, who have the balls to do what is right and to do what is beneficial for the majority, not for themselves only, not for the individual. Kasi yan naman talaga, lahat na lang ng mga politiko or aspiring politicians, they want to gusto maging congressman, kaya may Land Cruiser, may ganito, may ganon, may Patek Philippe, may Rolex.
Luxury items.
Hermes
The Filipinos are so fed up with that already. So, kaya talaga, pag may mga ganon and they feel that they are not, well represented, meaning the real how the people in the districts really felt towards the issue, misrepresented yung nila, yung totoong gusto nila by the congressman, kaya nagagalit sila. Tama yan, wag niyo nang botohin kung if ever maghanap yung kalaban na lang, doon na lang kayo bumoto. Subukan nyo and held that person accountable for whatever he will do if ever siya makaupo as congressman sa inyong lugar. So, hayaan nyo na yung isa, lipat muna kayo dito kasi pumalpak man yan, wala man yung itlog, dito muna kayo sa kabila.
Tama.
Subukan nyo, baka pala, yun pala makadeliver sa inyo ng sakto na serbisyo. And, lalo na, pag maapike gani or in times of crisis, nandyan para sa inyo.
And will not only show up to give ayuda, Mayor, no?
Going back sa impeachment proceedings, Mayor Cho Harvey, despite the
dun sa petition nila Cho and ito nga sa kalagayan nitong mga vloggers na to.
Kaliit na mga tao yan, tapos patulan mo pa talaga, congressman ka. Wala, naunsa man mo. Let them be. Sagdi, ayaan nyo lang. Matakot talaga yan kasi congressman kayo, may pera kayo, may power kayo, pwede nyo ipapatay yung mga yan. Bakit nyo ginaganon yung tao? Hayaan nyo, democracy man eh. Demokrasya na. That's called democracy. Freedom of speech. Mama na. Di kayo maawa. Politiko good kayo. Wala man yan, mga ordinary citizens of this country. Tapos patulan nyo pa ng ganun. Wala man. Kung nasaktan kayo, huwag kayo pumasok na sa politika. Okay, kayo nga, dami nyo sinasabi. Wala man kami nagreklamo. Pero kami may sabihin sa inyo, iiyak ka agad kayo.
Exactly.
Klase mga tao kayo. Ayaw nyo magantihan. Gusto nyo sa inyo lang lahat ng istorya. Ay, wala kayo. Tanggapin nyo yan. Sagdi na sila eh. Actually, you are irrelevant.
Tama.
Mga tawhanan eh. It's politics between the current administration against the OVP. Apil-apil man mo. You have your own district or districts to attend to.
Thank you, Mayor.
Trump up charges. So, yan yung fear.
To make it short, gusto gumawa ng istorya para i-contempt kayo, para tumahimik na kayo.
Yan.
Yun na yun.
Yan.
So, bakit nyo papatulan yan kaliliit na mga tao? Congressman kayo, for all your lives dyan sa mga lugar nyo, kayo lang, you're enjoying power and privileges, pati yan. Mahiya naman kayo.
Balat sibuyas.
Balat sibuyas gani. You know, you can pick a fight with somebody your own size. Wag yung mga maliliit na tao.
Tama.
Masyado kayong bully. Kasi alam nyo na kaya nyo yung tao.
Tama, no? Kasi hindi ka nakasanction eh. Di ba?
Hindi nila kaya.
Di ba nagpo-post din siya eh, minsan, di ba? Alam natin yan. Di ba? Dapat sana pinatawag ka rin, di ba?
Bigyan ng idea.
So,
wala ko nahadlok yung anak nila sukat.
Kaya nga. So, doon sila sa mga maliliit na tao. Ordinary citizen. Ordinary dissenter. Yan yung target nila.
Meron din naman kayo maghanap pala kayo ng sarili niyong vlogger na magawa-gawa din ng, kung tingin nyo nagagawa-gawa din kami. Para, yung mga allegations nyo sa mga tao na ito, it should end there. Huwag nyo na ipatawag doon sa Congress. Kasi may allegation naman kaya kayo. And then let the people decide kung may makikinig sa inyo. Sa sinasabi, sa ginagawa nyo kasi, pinakita nyo lang na nakikinig talaga yung mga tao sa kanila because they're saying something of significance. Kaya kayo, maghanap kayo ng paraan para pakinggan kayo ng tao. Hindi talaga yung pakinggan kasi there are, recorded footage of you doon sa panahon ni PRD. Iba yung statement mo. Ngayon, anti-drugs, anti-Duterte, pro-Duterte. Ngayon, wala ka kasing clear position. That's why people will not believe you.
Tama.
Mismo.
Paulit-ulit kasi yung mga sinasabi mo, ay, yung mga politician. Ang tendency kasi ng mga politiko, pagka may admin, doon yan magdikit lahat, tapos maiba na naman yung ginasabi nila. You know, yung sinabi nila noon na ganito, iba na ngayon kasi nandun yung kung anong gusto ng administration. Wala, mga kiss-ass politicians kasi kayo. That's why nobody will believe you. And, you know, people who are, you know, who wants to educate people, they want to, you know, like, open up a discussion. That's, I think, it's been valid ever since we are talking about politics. Wala namang problema sana doon. Ayaw na lang kasi na hindi kayo pinapakinggan, sila pinapakinggan. Kawawa naman kayo.
So,
Right. Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you, Tioha. And we wish you all the best, as always.
and we're
Got your
glad
back.
to see then the TRICOM's maneuverings didn't work.
Correct.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Because you're still continuing with the political discussions and educating people. So, all right. So, next issue.
Isa din sa mga maugong na mga discussions last
Yes.
week, itong ang kinasangkutan ng convoy ni PNP Chief Marbil na dumaan doon sa EDSA bus lane. So, nag-viral din ito, pinag-usapan Mayor. Initially, they did not deny, no? Kinonfirm naman nila na that was a PNP convoy nga na dumaan doon, clearly violating the batas doon sa daan. And ang nakakatawa lang dito, hindi naman nakakatawa siguro, but ang naging what makes the discussion more interesting is yung nag-leak na PNP memo kasi naging laman na nga siya ng usap-usapan, ng discussions online. May nag-leak ngayon na PNP memo, it's a Stratcom snapshot, ito yung subject, regarding the alleged PNP violation in EDSA bus lane. Particularly, there was a table there, ito yung naka-highlight, strategies letter B. PCADG shall mobilize its resources to overshadow the issue, redirect public attention, and mitigate any further negative impact for the chief PNP and the organization. So for some netizens, for some people, no, for many of us, it seems na talagang gusto nilang itatabunan or itago itong usapin na ito na kontribusiya na kinasasangkutan ng chief PNP.
First, they verified that such an document exists. Did they?
Their last statement, ito, pinapahalagan ng PNP, integridad, at batid namin ang ulat tungkol sa isang umano'y leak memorandum at kasalukuyan namin bine-verify ang authenticity at konteksto nito. So, they did not deny, they did not confirm, they are verifying the authenticity of the document.
Pero ito lang naman talaga. Madali lang yan eh. Ano ba? Bakit nyo pinapansin yan? Bakit guilty kayo nga si Marbil talaga nakasakay doon? Bakit nyo ginawang issue yan? In the first place, sa totoo lang, kung maayos lang sana talaga to si Marbil ba? Hindi sana ginagamit yung pangalan niya sa mga ganong klaseng bagay na mga tao, kung yan yung sinasabi nila na dumadaan ng bus lane. Kung talagang stricto ka na PNP chief, wala sanang mga aabuso dyan gamit yung pangalan mo. Yan talaga culture kasi ng gobyerno. Kung pakita mo sana na maayos ka, hindi ka magsabi na yung sabo or yung droga, pampatagal lang, pampahaba ng oras kasi kailangan magtrabaho, ginarespeto ka sana enough. Kung hindi man ikaw yung nandoon talaga sa bus lane na yan, na hindi gamitin yung pangalan mo sa kalokohan. Ang problema mo kasi, yung mga pinagsasabi mo, hindi ka talaga marespeto ng mga tao, kaya pwede kang gamitin yung pangalan mo sa kabulukan. Tingnan nyo, PNP chief refuses to name convoy members who used EDSA bus lane. That only means he has knowledge of who those individuals were. So that confirms na alam nila talaga, alam ng PNP chief na may nangyayaring ganun. And yet, anong ginagawa mo? Pinagtatakpan mo yung mga tao na umaabuso ng kanilang otoridad. Unsang klaseng police man ka kung ingon anak ka? you should enforce the law. Init ang ulo ba? Grabe. Init yung ulo mga ani na mga tao ba?
Okay.
Ang politiko, okay pa manggod.
Gani.
Ang politiko ba? Because they are politicians. They can, like, say whatever they want to say. It's up to them kung, the people will accept it or not. But these people, uniformed personnel, they took an oath to, uphold the law, enforce the law, protect the people.
Protect.
Diba? And, look at this behavior that we're getting from the PNP chief. He refuses to name convoy members who use the EDSA bus lane. And that is a very big, it's not really, that's too dramatic, a big issue. But, people in Metro Manila, they go through traffic every day. And, it destroys your life somehow.
Yeah.
And yet, they cannot answer, and they cannot, maintain. Hindi nila maayos yung bus lane na yan. Para na lang sana sa mga tao na tumitiis sa traffic. So, tapos may police na hinuli yung convoy. Why can you not honor the actions of those policemen who were doing their job or who were doing the right thing? Ang ginagawa nyo ngayon, you are being defensive kasi may nangyaring ganun. And you're supposed to celebrate somebody from your personnel that did the right thing and stood up against those people who abuse their power. Yun sa mga, para lang talaga dyan sa bus lane na yan.
Tama.
Sa bagay, kung sinabi mo nga, droga, pampagising, na pa i-expect mo sa na may kape.
Correct.
Bakit droga talaga, no?
Droga man talaga.
Pang overtime.
Ini pinakaway klaro nga pulis ako nakitaan ba?
Extended pa yan.
Kami talagang pulis na loko-loko na kilala ko, pero grabe yan talaga. Grabe yan. Grabe na yun. Like I said lagi, politicians, I can tolerate them. But people in uniform, uniformed personnel, they should be stick with their oath and their responsibilities as government workers. Iba yun eh. Yung mga politiko, we are elected. Kani mo sila plantilyan eh. O, diba? Permanent workers kung sila sa government. Kaya mga politiko, if we fuck up, pwede may pulihan.
Yeah.
Doon nga tayo sa punto mo, Mayor, na they're the ones who took an oath to
Enforce the law.
promote the law, to uphold the law.
Sige.
Tama ka, Mayor, no, gaya nga, dito sa Davao City, for instance, may mga police na nagloloko. I think somehow, being chief executive, we feel the burden nga na nahihiya tayo.
Ay, ikaw, di ba?
Correct, Mayor.
Kung di ba, alam ko na you're working for the government.
Correct.
Tapos, pag may mga ganun na kasama mo sa gobyerno, si Raulo, nakakahiya.
Tama. Pag may nagloko na police na
It
napapahiya,
will reflect.
it will reflect.
Oh, the government. Sa
Correct.
government, sa
Everyone,
kabuuan ng
public
gobyerno.
Service. So, ito nga, coming from that discussion, so ito nga, si PNP Chief Marbil, if meron talagang naging violation, we're curious, ano kaya ang nararamdaman din ng kanyang
Chief Executive.
boss? Baka nahiya din
Commander-in-Chief.
si President. Kay President ba siya nag-report?
Yeah.
Kay LG pa.
I'm sure the president is proud of him because they award stupidity. They reward stupidity in this administration.
He even extended the,
The term of office.
the term of Marbil.
Kasi dapat mag-retire na siya.
Yeah. So proud si BBM sa kanya.
As long as you bark, parang aso ba nga, for the president, then you will be rewarded.
Now, Mayor, pasadahan lang natin before we close the discussions on national. Last week, Hana, may nangyari sa Cebu.
Yes, Mayor. Last week, sa Cebu, na-viral din to sa social media, I would say, because a lot of people were also surprised with how well received, kumbaga, si former President Rodrigo Duterte sa Cebu in the indignation rally, Mayor Cho. So, as we can see, sobrang dami ng tao na nag-welcome sa kanya sa Cebu. And seeing this, Mayor, what can you say?
ang Cebu manggod, itong mga Cebuano, yun yung sinabi ko earlier na may natural following talaga because the former president is a Bisaya. And people tend to identify themselves with their own kind.
Correct.
Especially if they have reason to do so. Ibig sabihin yan, may nagawa talaga yung presidente, yung former president, kaya they were there. So, they want to show their support. And as the son or child o anak ng salamat kay sa inyong tanan sa inyong way undang nga suporta sa akong amahan. Dako kay mig-utang kabubuton sa inyo ha. Napakita sa akong amahan nga naa say makatag kadtong presidente pa sa nga na say ma-offer sa nasod nga gihatag pinaagi sa suporta ninyo. Nahatag ninyo ang oportunidad sa iya ka dako kaayo ng it means a lot to us sa among pamilya, sa among apelyido nga paningkamutan namo nga matarong amo ang reputasyon pag-abot sa panggobyerno. So salamat kaayo sa inyong way undang nga suporta ng mga Cebuano, mabuhay mong tanan.
Thank you, Mayor. Daghang salamat. Hopefully, we can also visit Cebu in the coming days po na kabalik na dito sa... Jo, nakay gusto
anything to add?
Gusto ka sabihin sa mga taga Cebu.
In addition to what Mayor Baste said, it's the Duterte magic. It's showing the entire Philippines na Pilipinas, Duterte pa rin. Now, as you can see, yung team na yan, during the indignation rally, wala yung mga ayuda. Hindi yan namumudmud ng pera. Pero it's reported na there were 40,000 people who supported the cause. So it only means na may laban talaga tayo and lalaban tayo hanggang dulo.
Now we go to some of the updates, Mayor, dito sa Davao City. Sa local discussion naman tayo. Mayor, meron lang isang usapin dito sa Davao City last week na pinagkagulahan, pinag-usapan, at nagbunga ng maraming opinion. Ito nga nangyaring hold-up incident, Mayor, sa downtown dito sa Davao City. And sa isang pawn shop, Mayor, allegedly merong 6 na suspect. At isa dito, Mayor, ay nahuli na at nasa kustodiya na ng PNP. Ang discussion dito, Mayor, is yun nga, it seems ang people of Davao City, sa mga comments na nabasa natin, maraming nagsasabi na baka nga pinadala talaga yun dito yung tao, kasi the suspect na nahuli, Mayor, is from Albuera, Leyte, not from Davao City. And yung most of the opinions ng Davaoenos, Mayor, is yun nga, baka sinadya na pinapunta dito para manggulo just in time for the celebration of Araw ng Davao. Your comment in general, Mayor, on this particular incident?
Ang gusto ko sana, I'd like to sound unbiased when giving out my analysis of this incident. Ang tingin ko, pwede kasi rin talaga na that individual na galing ng Leyte, he was asked to do a job here in Davao. O kung illegal man o hindi niya alam, then doon dinala siya, yan yung ginawa nila. And it could be na sinadya, para, it's easy to pay. Madali bayaran ng isang tao para gumawa and, a promise of a reward pag nagawa nila yung something, a criminal activity. Kasi sa gutom ngayon ng Pilipino, sa sobrang hirap. But, on the other hand, gusto ko rin, hindi man gusto, pero there's a big possibility dahil ugok talaga itong PNP chief natin and the BBM administration is very lenient on criminals right now. Kaya, it encourages criminals to do these kinds of activities. So, expect talaga tayo, a lot of people are very displeased with the current peace and order situation in the entire country. So, kahit naman we're doing everything that we can to secure Davao City, pero if yung PNP chief magsasalita na ang droga pampagising what can you expect?
Tama.
No? On kung paano mag-behave yung mga criminals right now. It is very encouraging for them na nakikita nila na hindi talaga stricto yung presidente natin pagdating sa peace and order. So kaya makikita nyo may mga maraming bangag talaga sa Facebook. They're like
Videos.
na recording themselves and posting it on social media na nagsasabo sila. And then maya na lang may makikita ka na mga matatandang tao, yung may pinapatay nila, pinuputulan pa talaga nila ng ulo, tapos bangag nakuhuli. It's all documented. The media is there. A lot of crazy things are happening in this country right now, especially crimes. And yet, ayaw umamin nito. And, ang masaklap lang, yung sinabi yung statement, which really is very disturbing kasi sa akin, kaya binabalik ko. Because, prohibited yung drugs eh. It should not come out of somebody's mouth, especially when you are the chief PNP. Kung gobyerno ka. Para kasing sinasabi mo, you're tolerating these kinds of activities and everything that, is similar to those illegal and criminality. So ito, kaya may nagkakaroon tayo ng ganito is because lenient talaga yung wala ka mang narinig talaga ang presidente na threatening criminals. Wala talaga. Hindi mo mapigilan yung tao, labi na Pilipino, kasi gutom. Yung iba, wala na talaga. Hindi nakapag-aral. Wala talagang Kailangan mo, kasi may mga iba naman, hindi nakapag-aral, gutom din, pero umaayos naman. So, you are treating or you are pinapabayaan mo yung mga taong umaayos na lumalaban ng patas. And you are lumalabas kayo na you are protecting na noon hindi sa mga But going back to the issue, it could go both ways. Pero isa talaga dyan, may nangyayari na ganun, it could be both. Actually. Madali na lang makakita ng tao na ganun because alam nila na hindi naman talaga stricto yung yung presidente. And then, pwede rin gamitin sa politika. We will never know, but yung both angles can go together. Sa experience ko bilang alkalde ng Davao, we've had similar incidents. Hold up siya, pero mostly pag nahuhuli namin or if we solve the case, when we solve the case, inside job talaga yan kadalasan, kaya nagsasucceed. Ito, parang hindi nila alam na yun yung gawin nila because sira yung motor mo, nakatsinelas ka lang, pula pa yung brief mo. 'Di ba? Yun yung makita ko na may medyo parang skeptical din ako kasi ang mga crimes talaga, they have to be well planned. Usually niyan sa mga nakita namin dito sa Davao, may inside job talaga. May nakakaalam sa loob and they plan it and execute it very successfully because alam na nila anong gawin nila. Ito parang wala, pumunta lang doon, sige, you make a scene and kami na bahala. Or you get something in exchange. Parang ganun kasi.
Mayor, I'll just connect ko lang sa sinabi mo kanina, Mayor, about the so many criminalities, criminal incidents that are happening, not just in Davao City, but also in the Philippines these days. And yet, the government is explicitly denying the existence of these incidents. Now, what do you think how will the Philippines go from here, Mayor? Or even Davao City, will we be expecting more of these incidents in the coming days, in the coming years, perhaps? Since we have a government that is denying the existence of these crimes.
Okay, let me start with the statement again of Marbil about yung pampaano lang. Ano kasi yan? Crime, drugs, or specifically crystal meth. There is a study commissioned by the government in Australia. I cannot remember, but I can look for it, and we can show this to the people. That drug use and crime has a direct correlation. Yeah. So, and yung statement niya kasi, it connotates na we could be a we have a narco government. It's something that when you issue a statement like that, it endorses drug use.
Promotes.
Diba? So, kung hayaan nila doon, pag hindi nila bawiin yon, baka magiging narco state tayo. Because the statement encourages the proliferation of drugs. And drugs will lead to, it destroys lives, it destroys the brains, utok ng tao, and families and communities. It will destroy our country. So, kasi ito it's a platform before of the previous president, ako ang amahan, si PRD. That way, he was very hard on drugs. Kahit dito sa Davao, for the longest time that we have seen it, na kasi, kaya nga, pag may droga talaga sa mga communities mo, people ayaw magtrabaho, ayaw umayos, masira yung utak, they become incapacitated, and masisira yung communities mo, and then slowly it will deteriorate society. What I mean to say is yung ginagawa nila kasi, they're trying, parang kino-contrast nila yung sarili nila kay PRD because ito yung they are better in handling a crucial issue dito sa Pilipinas. And ito yung crime and drugs talaga. So, dahil sa they're so focused on image making na gusto nila pakita na mas magaling kami doon sa sa kang PRD. Kaya kung ano-ano na lang lumalabas sa bibig nila, and ngayon yung mga nakatingin na mga wrongdoers or the criminals, nakatingin sila and they're listening, then they know that they can do what they want. Yan talagang mga malito. Maghintay lang man talaga yan kung stricto ba ngayon or hindi. Kasi mga may utak man din yan. Ayaw man din yan makulong.
Tama.
So pagkita nila, yung mga police, hindi masyado kasi takot nga, they're not getting much support in terms of moral from their leader or the chief PNP or kanino. Ayaw din kumilos na. Kasi pag police ka tapos nagkakaso ka, yung sweldo mo maapektuhan, problema mo, pwede ka matanggal. So pwede avoid na lang since yung directive naman is pampagising yung droga.
Good daw sa economy. Kasi when people tend to work overtime daw, may positive impact daw sa economy.
Wow.
So by saying that, especially coming from the chief, PNP chief, it's like normalizing the drug use ba? Kasi tama yung sinabi ni Mayor na pag nakita yan, narinig yan lalo na yung mga nagtitake ng drugs, it would encourages them to do more. Kasi nga may reason na sila. Like, hey, ganito lang pala kasi ito, pang overtime lang.
Thank you very much, Tio and Mayor. But Mayor, nevertheless, we congratulate the members of the security cluster, particularly ang ating police mayor for immediately apprehending yung isang suspect and recovering yung mga stolen items.
Yes.
And this only shows, Mayor, the culture of security in the city really works kasi the
You
drug
know, asa mo makita yung culture of security talaga. Kasi tinadyakan nung isang mama
Yes.
yung ulo ng ano.
Yes.
We don't ayaw talaga ng taga-Davao ng crime.
Correct. Dalit.
Ayaw talaga namin yan.
Mayor Cho, Hana, yesterday we officially started the celebration of the 88th Araw ng Davao. We have the entire month full of activities for you, no? Not only sa downtown area but sa buong distrito, District 1, District 2, District 3 ng Davao City, and Davaoenos, the local government unit, is reminding everyone to always follow the laws, no, mga ordinances natin, the liquor ban, the safety reminders para sa mas matiwasay at masayang selebrasyon ng ating Araw ng Davao. And that ends the discussion for this particular episode, Mayor. But of
we
course,
still have
before we close, Hannah, we have the netizens.
Netizens. Okay.
We have messages, Mayor, from our...
Okay.
Go, Hannah.
So we have one from Queenie King Abad. Mayor Sebastian Baste Duterte, thank you. Thank you for not giving up your father's dream for Davao. I know in my heart that politics is not an arena you want to play, but because of your family's love for Davao City in public service, you entered and embraced it. So thank you. Thank you for all the efforts. It may not be perfect, but we want you to know that you are appreciated. Padayon, Mayor Baste, you will be sharpened.
Kini si Ma'am Piniking Abad, salamat kayo. Actually, wala ko kabaw. Unsa ba na inyong tanaw gyud sa kuan. Pero taman sa ganahan lang mo nga na ako dire hantud diha ra po ko. I will not dili na ko na ipugos akong kaugalingon sa inyo ha. Mao gyud na. Pero mapasalamaton kay ko nga naing ana na mga pananaw sa kuha kay di pod sayon ning trabahoan ni labi na karon nga medyo dako na pod gyud kayo ato syudad nya lahi na gyud pod ang dagan. Di na magita pare sa una. Unya ang gibilin nga pagpanarbaho sa gobyerno sa akong amakan ug sa akong igsuon taas kay nga tunga sunon. So kanay mong gipang-ingon maka pagaan sa kuang loob. Salamat kayo.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Queenie. From Marso 12, shout out, Mayor. Naunsa na atong anti-smoking ordinance pero naman kadagan na nigarilyo sa mga palengke labi na diri sa Panakan. Panakpan na taon kay nagantos nami dili nga ginhawa sa usok sa mga sigarilyo.
Sige.
Tabo city reports na ni.
Sige, paghuwat mo diha kay hotdon ta mo padakop.
Thank you, Marso 12.
We also have from Elvira Migalio 7548. Mayor, lain pay ato, nice imong face. Unsa imong skincare?
Wala man ko'y ginabutang sa kunaw. Kanang ngano di mao ba?
Ikaw na ko'y kablas sa mundo o pa.
Wala ko kibaw ana. Kanang unsa nagakuan lang ko exercise nya sauna. Kana nagasauna ko kay detox man na. Pero other than na, di makuha nga ang butang-butang bisag unsa sa kunaw. Kung nababay pa siguro ko, dili. Pero nakoy na ilhan, anak og presidente ga pulbo. Siyang naon.
Foundation.
Baga kay Mayor.
Hindi makita gid po nimo asa kutob ang iyang naong iyang gipulbosan og iyang liog.
Wala na
maabot
blend.
yung pulbo dire.
Wala na blend og maayo.
Sige na lang.
Okay.
So,
Pero kaya na salamat. Nice akong face.
wala may sauna, pwede rin magtuob.
Traditional.
Thank you, Elvira Megalios. From Erica Jane Burgos, Mayor, PNP are too busy to secure their boss. They are not for the people now. That's what is happening right now. They don't even bother to help the small community.
Mao na ko ingon kadtong unsa, kadtong in relation to the previous comment na nakuha nato, kadtong mga dagang manigarilyo. Mao lagi na ko ingon. Basta ang yung mga ano nga, yung hindi talaga stricto yung chief executive natin, yung presidente, tapos yung PNP chief pa natin, wala ring kwenta. Yung mga tao hindi talaga matakot. So, alam mo, they have to be constantly reminded that there are laws that you have to follow. Kaya, malagi na, ang PNP, it's not under me. Under na sila sa presidente. Hindi mo magkukaroon, kung pulis ka, pareha atong sa bus lane, kung ikaw nagabuhat og tama, ikaw pa'y mali. Lisod mahimong pulis karon sa kung tanaw lang. Lisod mahimong pulis karon sa tanaw lang nako. Lisod nga buhaton imong trabaho ron.
Tama. And for sure, there are a lot of good policemen pa dira, Mayor, no? And hopefully, human ra gid.
Okay. Itong sa Panakan, patanaw lang nato na. Pahurot na tog dakop. Ayan na siya. Wala lang mabantay ba? Ano mo guna siya? Okay man na nga comment mo, pero i-raise gina ninyo sa inyong mga barangay. Kay kabalo mo, gisweldohan man na ninyo. Pinaagi sa inyong tax. So mga elected officials ninyo sa inyong barangay, ato mo dito ka, pagawad o purok leader ninyo, ina ka na yung ana. Ayun, yung gulat nga makabasa pa may sa comment, kay dako kayong Davao, sinuod lang. So kung maabot mo dito, kung dili gani ma-address siguro sa kuan, gamitan ninyo ang Davao City Reports. Kana mo'y pinaka paspas nga pamaagi nga makadirekta mo og labi na og kanang serious concern gyud. Pero bago ta mo abot yan, patrabahuan yung kapitan, patrabahuan inyo ang mga kagawad. Total, naa na sila diya kay para mo unsa gyud mo patuman og balaod.
Thank you, Erica Jane Burgos. And yun, ang huli sa ating mga netizens comment.